Hi. Dear my colleague, migration lawyers or migration agent, look, this is designed for them. Look, generally, when we process the visa, actually, we have to dealing with the client, the customer, think about what they want, and that the customer service has to be in the place, and also marketing, to convince them through customer service again, coming back, providing. You have to deliver the convince. You have to convince the customer something you are capable of. We are, in terms of the credibility, I'm the one actually can deliver the job, and at the same time about you actually. The process in the visa, the part of the process, some of the work maybe you like it, some of them maybe you don't like it. Like the best way I would recommend about you slice them out, you deconstruct about all the procedure. You look at the process, just break it down about something what you can enjoy most, and you should focus on it because as long as you like it, you're gonna get the better and better. But the other side, when you deconstruct those process, you can also find out about something you don't like the most. And in fact, actually, some of the process you might hate it. Like for example, it might be data entry, or someone might be say about maybe submission, the drafting something. Something you don't like the most, then to find a way, but something you could just outsourcing them. Look, again. This is for the existing migration lawyer or migration agent. Look, this is Sean. It's Sean from the Beach of Australia. I'm migration. We specialize about the rejection cases, mainly about the TSS, the grandfathering about the 457, which cover also ENS, ISMS. Well, ISMS, has been disappeared. You think, but it's not actually. Under the 457, under the grandfathering scheme, still 187 is available. Just in case you didn't weigh off, but it's the facts. Just don't believe my word, and just check the regulation. It's there. Anyway, this again this is addressing to the existing migration lawyer, migration agent. Deconstruct your process. Anything you don't like, you think not very productive, because anything you don't like, which means about in terms of the productivity, it won't be very. You can't focus on the efficiency. You will lose about those speeding it up, productivity, and also value-wise. I don't think that's quite a smart way to go. If you've been in industry for over 3 years, you know what I'm talking about. But anyone who's actually just start up or the paralegal status, have a think about it. You should focus on that, because if I knew about this something what I know now, I should start much earlier. But what I'm just what I really realize about it's just something from I read the book about the Tim Ferriss, 4 hours of working week, something that's I think something like that. 4 hours of working week. It's really good stuff. A lot of good stuff in there. It's kind of the commercial. Maybe you think I got nothing to do with those book author. Whether you're buying or selling, it's actually free. You might be able to download the audiobooks available on the internet. So pretty much help yourself. But just it's the way he actually explained was it really defined something. It's all relevant to all those business entrepreneur or successful people who's around. Actually, think about this method. In order to become a succeed, what has to be based? You need a good experience. Okay, your experience has to be good. Experience has to be piled up. To achieve the certain goal, which is, let's say, about the success. But coming back to question about those groundwork. How are you gonna get the good experience? Good experience start with the bad experience, whether you like it or not. Think about it. Without bad experience, you really can't have the good experience. Okay. I do a lot of some of my work. Actually, I'm outsourcing it. Okay. When I'm facing about something typical case, one of the secret of my ingredient actually. Are you ready? Are you ready for my secret ingredient? I'm going to disclose. I pay. Yes, yes, you hear me. I pay. If I get stuck, okay, a certain level, very sensitive sort of a kind of the level. Let's say, but in terms of the very deep detail, the something really extremely confused me. That is a typical area, something I'm not really confident with. Even though the PAM regulation, yes, we can have the understanding, but however, it's a deeper down. Actually, there is something a little more detailed groundwork we might need. Okay, then I normally, I normally visit about the top guys in industry, people who, as you know, about the some of them, high profile, in this field, as a migration law specialist, as well as about the lecturer in the university, and also one of the committee member in making the regulation. As you know about the actually in the parliament, when they require about the updating legislation, or not the act but the PAM, and updating all the amendment regulation, it actually a lot of the staff actually done from the outside of those the parliament house, those the people who are drafting about the original bill and legislation, all that. But in terms of the loophole, all the detail, clear the interpretation, actually those are people who actually are one of the committee member, who actually also working as a privatized company. So I visit them, I talk to them, I ask them, I pay the money, consultation. They charge quite a lot of money for it. An hour, it's just really a lot. Some of them charge about really a lot. There is no limit on this industry. I seen I heard about the someone even just lucrative the amount of the money the per an hour, the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 the dollar per hour. Look, push coming down to the the shelf, when does it require, when I'm struggling, the certainty or uncertainty something area, I hire the people, I hire the top guy. Simple. Why would I struggling, or why would I just bet my client life for those the even 1% certainty? Why would I do that? I'd rather just pay them. Yes, that is quite costly, quite expensive, but and my market might be just dropped down, but good thing about I get the experience out of it. Once when I pay, and they love it. Second time when I'm around, third time when I'm around, they're quite friendly, and we can cut all that intro sort of stuff, and directly get to the bottom line, the main and bang, very productive. And also that's one of them, and also let's say about the all the think about all the submission stuff, the heavy writing, the something persuasive way to actually, when you have to convince about the case officer. Let's say about the company established less than 12 months, okay, anything under less than 12 months, particularly with the company with the self-employed, the basis like self-sponsorship. As you know about the the ENS, all these business sponsoring the sponsorship, like the ENS, the TSS. It's not a policy clearly say, but it's not designed. This is not for the 188, 188, the 188, the visas category. This is not for the business skill. This is for business sponsorship, or the design for the the nomination, the SBS, the very particularly precisely, and also company something. It's all about came down to the the sponsorship and the business, the boosting up the economy, boosting up the business. That's the whole idea, as you know. But again, it's a dependent punchline. If you have a better understanding, deeper. I'm talking about the really fundamental, deeper understanding. That is a kind of the exemption you can dig it out about the something. The framework about the those the business sponsoring the visa was actually it's innovation and new technology. You can a lot of things can be get around with, and also the based on the innovation, business the diversity. That's this sounds like very easily I'm saying a word about the diversifying, but depending the how you put that word actually implementing about those the system structure-wise, a lot of people actually doesn't quite understand about because I mean all this the accountant actually came up with quite big price tag with the complication, the involvement, the explanation came along. That's what the make most business sponsors scare off, and make them just quite get a feel on the existing the Dojo structure line. But it's not really that complicated actually. And also, if you, instead of the focus on the Dojo accountant who's in Melbourne or Sydney, if you could, at this stage, look, we got internet anyway, you can access anywhere in the world. If you could just a lot of the Brisbane accountant, they still good, they're very good, but in terms of the rate wise, the rate is very much affordable, compared to the Sydney one. And by the way, I'm based on the Sydney. I'm based on the it's just people a little bit more relaxed anyway. People who's in the Brisbane, I notice about they're more sort of it's really relaxed, not like the big city, Melbourne or Sydney. That's what I noticed. But anyway, coming back to bottom line anyway, now it's a commercial time, or what I'm trying to selling here. Okay, must be the purpose of this video. Look, the people who actually paralegal or who just start up the registration, register the migration agent or the migration lawyer. Now because of the even deregistration already has been, I think it has been opened up. So anyone who actually is the legal practitioner, which means about the lawyer with the lawyer tag. You don't really bound by about this MARA, which means no code of conduct. MARA code of conduct will they can be applicable to the lawyers if you are a lawyer. So because you have because of what generally about those the lawyers say about we got our enough strict enough to code of conduct, so we don't really have to comply with those MARA code of conduct. And well, it's again something they try to differentiate about between but anyway, I'm not going to go through the too deeply about it. But anyway, look, coming back to bottom line, coming back to the commercial. If you're struggling about the current practice, and then this is my offer. I can help you out. Okay, contact me, colleagues. If you're struggling about the part of your product, I'm sure about you're good at it. But look, for example, me, I can't be good at whole process anyway. This is how I do about my practice. I deconstruct about all the process, and then I try to the outsourcing as much as I can. Anything I don't like much, okay, I can't enjoy too much. Something what I can enjoy, and then what I love most, then I try to develop the further. Okay, I try to tend to spend more time on it, and because it's enjoyable. But anything else, it's not. I try to the outsourcing, but again, the quality has to be spot on it. It doesn't matter the cost, but it takes a while to actually the exercise the getting make these things work. As I say about in order to achieve the practical way to the finding about the right outsourcing, the right outsource, the people you can be reliable and trustworthy, and the quality has to be in there. It takes quite a bit of a time, and at the same time coming back, as I say about the start from where. Bad experience. So simply about you have to burn a lot of money. Okay, you just have to wasting the money. I mean, you think the wasting, but it's not really wasting it. You just have to burn the money out. A lot of a failure. You just simply about to get lift off. I hired a few people from the Philippines in the past about some other. It's just they took all the data even after about the non-disclosure statement and everything. It's quite hard to people make them to in the position for the enforceable when some of them people doesn't have the very lack of the self-esteem and the pride or all that kind of thing. So come back to the bottom line. I'm here to help. I can help you out. Just if you any process about something you are. If you are just start up, or you've been industry, even you've been industry for quite a while, but something you've been struggling about the dojo process. I mean, is this this business actually? Again, I highly recommend about the read the book. Those the book I mentioned about the 4 hours work week, by written by the Tim Ferriss. I think Tim Ferriss. Hopefully, but you can get the picking up the quite good idea for your business, and yeah, hope that you can enjoy the what you do.